All right, we should be live. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys tuning in for a little two-game slate tonight. I know there's not much to talk about with it just being a two-game slate, but if you guys do have questions for tonight, you can start throwing those in chat. It will probably be another short stream today. We'll probably only be live for like 20, 25 minutes, but yeah, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Hit the like button before we get started answering questions. Always, appreciate the likes. If you're new and you have not yet, hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers, so if you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button, especially if you enjoy all the free content. I see a lot of the usuals in chat. What's up, John? What's up, Michael? What's up, Josh? John says, let's get it. Noah the GOAT. Everybody in here, hit the like button. Best content out there. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. This slate's a total crapshoot. Yeah, it's not the best, man. Two-game slates are never fun. They're never fun to play. This one specifically, it's not the best. I mean, we could at least got like two really good games or something. I mean, we're getting the Knicks and the Timberwolves and the Pistons and the Warriors. Like, what kind of two-game slate is this, man? Nobody come through with some gems? Hopefully, man. Hopefully. We can try and find some gems on a two-gamer. I mean, you're going to have to get different. Like, if you're playing tournaments tonight, if you're playing, like, the large field GPPs, I mean, you're going to have to get different. If you're, without trying to, like, or, you have to get different to try and not, be duplicated. Not have your lineup be the same as other people's lineup. It's kind of like a showdown slate. I mean, you gotta get off the board a little bit. $2 super chat from Aaron Tillery. Thank you, brother. Hey, Aaron, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the donation, man. Thank you, my man. Not necessary, but always appreciated. Curry, Towns, or Randall. Probably Cat there. Ace of Spade. I think Cat's my favorite like pay up option on the slate. You know, if you look at the studs to pay up for, it's Steph, it's Cat, it's Randall. I think Cat's my favorite. Hey, bro, good luck tonight. Hey, Mr. Tarian, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Russell, Cunningham, or Barrett. Give me RJ Barrett between those three. Randall's last game against the Wolves, he put up like 37 fantasy points. Yeah, he struggled the last time these teams played. You know, Jared Vanderbilt's been a good defender this year. I think Jared Vanderbilt is going to probably guard Randall. But like Randall just plays so many minutes that he can always have a good game. But I would say the matchup's probably not the best for Julius Randle. I think the spot, though, where Cat can definitely succeed. You know, the Knicks this year defensively have not been nearly as good as previous seasons. Which two studs would you pay up for? I mean, Cat, probably my favorite pay up option. Then I guess Steph. You know, Steph has not been good lately. He's been very inconsistent. But like Steph can still go out there and put up like 60 fantasy points any night. If his shot starts falling, like he has massive upside. Against the Pistons, like nobody's going to be able to stop Steph on Detroit. It's just a matter of if the Pistons can keep this game close so that Steph plays his normal minutes. That's the one worry. You know, when you look at these two games today, the first game, the Knicks-Timberwolves game, in terms of, you know, expected points, in terms of, you know, potential to keep the game close, like that's definitely the more appealing game. The first game of the slate is more likely to stay close. It's probably going to be the highest scoring game between the two. There's definitely some risk with that later game just because there's a lot of blowout risk. You could see a lot of the main Golden State guys only play 3 quarters. But man, like if Detroit can keep this game close, like Steph has a lot of upside. Kuminga 4.3K off the bench with Iggy questionable. Yeah, Kuminga is someone I do have interest in. I think Kuminga is going to play whether the game is close or not. Like if the game blows out, that's probably good for Kuminga. Like I think Kuminga will play like 18, 20 minutes if it's a close game. And I think if it blows out, he could get close to 30 minutes. He played like 33 last game. So I definitely think Kuminga is a solid value. Right now, he's not projected for much ownership. He is someone I do like quite a bit as a low-owned play. Because there's a lot of pass for him to get there. And even if the game does somehow stay close, like Kuminga's probably not going to like just completely shit the bed. I mean, he'll probably still score like 16 fantasy points in a close game. But if the game blows out, I mean, he's got plenty of upside. Russell or Edwards? I mean, flip a coin, man. Like between Ant and D'Angelo Russell, I think they pretty much for the most part, every slate are going to project very closely. On DraftKings, Ant's $400 more, so you know, maybe I side with D'Angelo Russell. I think the ceiling on Ant is bigger. Like, we've seen Ant go out there and put up, like, 60 fantasy points. I think the floor on D'Angelo Russell might be a little bit higher. I mean, I don't have much of a preference there. Beasley or Joseph? God, probably Corey Joseph. I had to pick one of those two. I mean, that shows you how bad the slate is when we're considering Malik Beasley or Corey Joseph. Like, that just shows you how shitty the slate is. If Kemba plays, do you think he'll be on a normal minutes? Probably not. Kemba's been out for a while. And, you know, I don't think he just comes right back and plays like 30 minutes. Obviously, when Kemba was starting for that stretch of games, he was playing a lot of minutes every night. I think if Kemba plays today, like, he's not going to start and play like 35 minutes. Like, that's not going to happen, I don't think. If anything, Kemba might just come off the bench if he plays. Vanderbilt or Bey? Give me Saddiq Bey there. I think if the game stays close, like Saddiq Bey does have upside. And the Pistons have shown in close games, they will play Saddiq Bey a lot of minutes. So, man, if the Pistons can keep the game close, like I think Saddiq Bey has upside. I think Cade definitely has upside. So I would take Saddiq Bey. Beverly or Fournier? Give me Beverly. First time in, thoughts on beef stew? I mean, I think Isaiah Stewart's fine. He just hasn't shown much upside this year. His minutes have also not been that great. He's been playing like low 20s minutes most games. I mean, 4,600, like I guess he's in play. It's a 2-game slate, but I don't have much confidence in Isaiah Stewart. Like I think I'd play Kevon Looney over Isaiah Stewart if I was going to play like one of those cheap centers in that game at least. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Horrible DFS NBA today. Yeah, not the best slate. Appreciate you watching from Australia though. Didn't even know that you could play DFS in Australia. Does Curry go off tonight? I mean, I don't know. Like, Detroit, I don't think they really have anyone to stop Steph. Like, if Steph gets hot, like, nobody on Detroit is going to go out there and lock him down. So, sure, Steph has upside. Can I come on here and say, yeah, Steph's going off tonight? I mean, I don't freaking know. I mean, he's been bad. He's been tough to trust. He's a risky option, that's for sure. But you look at the pay-up options on the slate, I mean, Steph has just as much upside as all these guys. Thoughts on Quentin Grimes? I know Quentin Grimes got a decent amount of minutes last game, but, like, I don't think I want to go there. I mean, he's 3,200. He's really cheap, but his minutes, like, they've just been tough to trust. I mean, last game he played 23, but it was a blowout. A lot of the starters didn't play in the fourth quarter. Yeah, like, I don't think I'd be going to Quentin Grimes today. I think if I was going to play, like, a cheap Knicks guard, I would play Quickly if I could get there. Like, I think Quickly in a close game has upside for minutes, whereas Quentin Grimes probably only gets there, like, in a blowout. And I think on, 2-game slates, like, you can definitely build for a blowout. I try not to do that, but I think, if you want to build, like, hoping one of the games blows out, obviously the Detroit Golden State game's a lot more likely to blow out. Like, if you want to play, like a Kuminga or who would play for Detroit in a blowout? Like, I really don't even know who played for Detroit in a blowout. Or like a Saban Lee. Like, if you want to play these guys on a 2-gamer just to get different and hope the game blows out and they get increased run, like, that could be what wins you the slate. So building for blowouts, I think, is a lot more viable on short slates. 25K subscribers, almost got there. Noah, if you guys are not subscribing, help to go hit the sub button. Yeah, you heard the man. Hit the sub button if you have not yet. We're on the road to 25K. Hopefully within the next month or two, maybe before the NBA season ends, we'll hit 25K subscribers. Big milestone for sure. Kuminga, Hayes, or Quickly? That would be between Kuminga or Quickly for me. Probably Quickly, just because I think Quickly's like... Quickly can still play a good amount if the game's close. Where I think Kuminga minute ceiling, he'll hit his minute ceiling if it blows out. So probably would take Quickly there between those three. Who do you think plays blowout run for Detroit? Like, yeah, I really don't know. So, like, let's say heading into the fourth quarter, Detroit is losing by, like, 30. You're probably going to see, like, Trey Lyles, probably, like, Josh Jackson, Saban Lee, maybe Luka. Is Luka Garza, like, still on the team? I know he's, like, been getting DMPs lately. Maybe Luka Garza's out there. I really don't know. It's tough because, like, Detroit, I mean, some of these, like, they've played Cade in blowouts some games. They've played, I know there was a game that blew out recently and they still had Sadiq Bey out there. I'm pretty sure it was this Bulls game. They were losing by like 40 heading into the fourth quarter and Sadiq Bey was still out there. So, like, I don't know what they're going to do if it blows out. Like, I don't know who they'll play. That's what's tough. But we kind of know, like, for Golden State, you'll probably see, if it's a blowout, you'll probably see, like, Kuminga, Bjelica, Damian Lee, JTA, and then depending on how bad the blowout is, maybe Chris Chiozza gets out there. I don't know. But yeah, it's tough to really tell who's going to play in a blowout for Detroit because, I mean, shit, they've played like some of their starters in blowouts this year. What's the ownership on Kuminga? Do you like him in cash or in tourneys? Probably too risky to play in cash. I would not play cash on a 2-game slate to begin with. But yeah, Kuminga's ownership right now is 7.8%. So that's a guy that, like, in tournaments, so Kuminga's only projected for 18 minutes. But if this game gets out of hand, like, he could get 28 minutes, 30 minutes. So that's a guy that I definitely like in tournaments. Cash games, you're probably not. Don't play Kuminga in cash games. That's just too risky. Favorite plays under 4K? Oh, God. Shit. You're probably going to be looking to, like, Killian Hayes. Probably gets, like, 26, 28 minutes. He's only 3,800. I think Killian Hayes you can look to for value. And then the rest of these guys, I mean, you're just hoping for, like, a blowout. So, like, maybe if the game blows out, Bjelica gets more run. I guess you could go there. But, like, Killian Hayes, Quickly, like, these are the guys that, probably get 26, 28 minutes regardless of if the game is close or not. Those are probably, like, your better values. And there's really not much value on the slate to begin with. Cunningham, Burks, or Wiggins? Give me Cade there. You like Burks tonight? I think Burks is viable if Kemba Walker remains out. If Kemba plays, I would be a little bit hesitant on Burks. And we've kind of seen, like, some of these games, like, if Burks is not playing well, like, they'll play Quickly over Burks. I know last game Burks didn't get a ton of run. Burks is kind of risky, but I think if he is playing well, the minutes ceiling and the minutes upside is definitely there. But I would prefer for Kemba to be out before I played Burks. Just because I think if Kemba plays today, man, that's going to just add another body into the rotation, another guy that could, take minutes away from Burks. Lyles or Robinson? I would go Mitchell Robinson. Hayes or Joseph? Probably Killian Hayes if I had to pick one of those two. Looney or Robinson if you had to play one? Give me Mitchell Robinson. Always good stuff. Let's get it tonight. Cade or D'Lo? I mean, D'Lo's probably safer just because that game is a lot more likely to stay close. Obviously, Cade in a blowout is going to probably underperform. I think Cade has a higher ceiling, though, than D'Angelo Russell does. It's just, man, Cade's... All the Pistons are kind of risky tonight because the game has just such a high chance of blowing out. So let me see what the ownership is. So Cade is 55% owned and D'Angelo Russell is 31%. It's like, yeah, at that point I would just play D'Angelo Russell. I could definitely see a scenario where D'Angelo Russell plays 36 minutes and Cade Cunningham plays 28 because one game stays close and the other doesn't. So I would play Russell probably. Curry, Cunningham, Barrett, Porter, Robinson, Hayes, Gibson, Diallo, too contrarian. I mean, man, on a 2-game slate, you can never be too contrarian. Yeah, you can never be too contrarian. I mean, a lot of those guys are going to be popular. You're trying to find lightning in a bottle. You're trying to find the 10% owned guy, the 8% owned guy that plays more than we expect, or maybe he has a really good game in limited minutes. Like that's what you're looking for on a 2-game slate. You can never be too contrarian on a 2-game slate. Killian Hayes or Joseph? Again, yeah, Killian Hayes for me. Thoughts on Otto Porter? Yeah, Otto Porter's been playing really well in place of Draymond. He's been starting lately. He's been producing at a really good rate. His minutes haven't been super, super high, but a lot of that's been due to, some of these games have been blowouts, so he hasn't played his full minutes. Obviously, this is a game that has a lot of blowout potential. But Otto Porter, I think, with how good he's been producing lately, in a close game, he probably does play close to 30 minutes. He's definitely, viable today for sure. We could play DK, but ended a couple of months ago. We have draft stars. Players have different prices on occasions compared to DK. Well, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that, in Australia, they even had, you could play DFS there. I know there's some guys that watch from the Philippines. I think you can play Yahoo in the Philippines, which is kind of crazy. Kuminga, he is getting minutes due to Draymond being out. Yeah, Kuminga, we kind of talked about it. He probably plays 18, 20 minutes if it's a close game. I think if the game blows out, Kuminga could get upper 20s into the 30s. We've seen them play Kuminga a ton in the blowouts, so for sure in play today. Thoughts on this D'Angelo Russell quickly, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson, and Edwards. RJ Barrett, Killian Hayes. I think that's solid, Tom. I think that's solid. Jaden McDaniels is not someone I've really looked at today, but man, it's a 2-game slate. Just about anyone that's going to play 20 minutes is in play, so I think that's fine. Would you rather play Detroit bench or Warriors bench in a blowout? Probably the Warriors guys, just because the Warriors, specifically Bielitsa, those, they have really good producers that when they get minutes they can put up fantasy points quickly. So Bielitsa is a guy that in a blowout could play 20 minutes and get 30 DraftKings points. So I think I'd be targeting the Warriors guys first, but and I do also feel better about who the Warriors would play in a blowout. I don't know who Detroit would play in a blowout, to be honest with you. Quickly or Hayes? Give me Quickly. Robinson or Trey Lyles? I'll give me Mitchell Robinson. Hey, no, what's for dinner tonight? Don't know yet, man. Don't know yet. We'll have to see. Once I get off the stream, we'll figure out something. Randall goes off against Kentucky bigs. I mean, sure. If you want to factor that narrative in, sure. You think both games go over their projected totals? Dude, I don't even know what the totals are for these games. I'll take a look. Let's see. So in the Knicks Timberwolves game, 215.5 total. In the Pistons Warriors game, 218. Is that right? 218. That doesn't seem right. On Fantasy Labs, it says that this Pistons Knicks game opened at a 205 total, and it's now 218. That's got to be an error. I don't know why. Do these games go over their totals? I mean, shit, I don't know. Maybe the first game. I think the first game, is more likely to stay close, and usually games that stay close tend to be higher scoring for the most part. Okay, we did just get word Kemba is available to play, and Kemba will start. Okay, well, that is unexpected. So Kemba is playing and he is starting. So yeah, if you were playing Alec Burks, I would probably be off Alec Burks. And if you play on Prize Picks, Alec Burks' fantasy points, let's see what it is. It's 27.5 fantasy points. Man, if you want to bet under 27.5 fantasy points for Alec Burks, now that Kimba's playing and starting, that's a pretty good bet. I don't know how long they're going to leave Alec Burks up on the board, but yeah, if you want to bet the under on Alec Burks, that looks pretty solid. And it looks like he's already gone, so yeah, never mind. Oh well. Wow, I'm surprised Kimba's starting. I mean, so we can talk about Kimba. I mean, it's a freaking 2-game slate. 6'4" Kimba. Like, I don't think anyone plays Kimba today. If we get word like Kimba's not limited, I mean, this is a, probably doesn't work out in the end. But man, if you want to play Kimba today and just hope he goes back to like the old Kimba that he looked like for the, for those stretch of games, I mean, yeah, nobody's gonna play Kimba, I'd assume. That's a guy you could definitely just throw a dart on and hope he gets minutes. Or hope he just produces well like he was before he got injured. Are you off of Grimes now? I mean, I wasn't really on Quentin Grimes to begin with. Quickly, on the other hand, yeah, so Quickly now, Quickly's a little bit riskier. So let me look at their rotations last game. I know Quickly played a lot. He played like the entire fourth quarter. They didn't play much of the starters in the fourth. So let's see. So they played, it was a Monday game? Yeah, it was a day game Monday. So Quickly got 28 minutes. Like, I could definitely see one of the, maybe like, I don't know, would Quentin Grimes maybe get like just cut out of the rotation? I mean, we've kind of seen the Knicks run a pretty tight rotation when they're like, when they've got their main guys. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I would assume Quickly, I mean, right now Quickly's minutes projection is 24. Like, it probably goes down to like 20, which, yeah, it's going to make him a riskier option for sure. But there's just, God, there's just no value on this slate. So, like, Quickly, for 20 minutes of Quickly is probably still solid. Yeah, so, like, I still think Quickly's fine. I'm surprised Kimba's starting, though. Like, I thought they would ease Kimba back. But if you want to, if you want to play Kimba, just hope he goes back to how he was producing. You could definitely play him on a 2-game slate, assuming he's not limited or anything. What's your Super Bowl pick? All right, so here's my pick for the Super Bowl. Definitely the Packers. This is the Packers' year. First, so I think the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, so I think they make it, and I think they win. And then, so the Packers are going to beat the 49ers. Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. Bengals are going to beat the Titans. Bucks are going to beat the Rams. So Bucks, Packers, Bengals, Bills. I got Bills beating the Bengals, Packers beating the Bucks, Packers, Bills, Super Bowl. What y'all think? I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC, and I think the Packers are the best team in the NFC. So that's what I'm thinking for a Super Bowl. I want to see Aaron Rodgers get a Super Bowl, man. Aaron Rodgers is so good. So is Devontae Adams. Like, those guys deserve to be in the Super Bowl. And I don't think, like, I think especially if they win the Super Bowl, like, Aaron Rodgers is not leaving Green Bay. Like, I think he likes playing for Green Bay. And I hope to see him stay in Green Bay. I think that's, like, kind of his home. Green Bay, Buffalo, hell yeah, Adam. Let's go, baby. Bills Super Bowl champs. I mean, I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC, so I think they make it. Do they win the Super Bowl? I mean, we'll see, but my pick is Bills, Packers, Super Bowl. That's what I'm thinking, with the Packers winning. You think Clay gets 25 minutes instead of 24? I mean, his minutes have kind of been slowly trending up. He could play maybe 1 or 2 more minutes today. I think, yeah, it's possible. I still don't think Clay's that great of a play, though, because he's kind of still, like, expensive. Fournier or Pat Bev? I would take Pat Bev. Utility 4,500 or under? I mean, you're probably looking to, like, Kuminga, Quickly, although now that Kimba's playing, Quickly doesn't look as good, but I still think he's in play. Killian Hayes. I would probably play Kuminga, honestly. That was my pick. Is it okay to fade Cat and Curry? I mean, yeah, you could definitely fade Cat and Curry. I mean, there's no, like, the studs on this slate, none of them are, like, must-plays. I mean, you could definitely build, like, a balanced lineup today. Like, this could be a slate where, like, nobody scores more than 50 fantasy points. So, I think, you don't have to force in the studs. Pat Bev or Clay? I would take Pat Bev over Clay. Holy shit, my man Mark is back again with $200 super chat from Mark. Noah, I really appreciate you and all the time and insight you give us. We had a record-breaking weekend on Friday and Saturday. Thanks so much, GOAT. Mark, you're a legend, my man. You're a legend. we did have a really good weekend, especially for Prize Picks. Now, Prize Picks has been like a complete roller coaster for me lately. I'll have a good week, and then I'll have a shitty week. I'll have a good week, then I'll have a shitty week. It's just been up and down, but we're going to get some wins soon. I can feel it. We've been running so bad with the Prize Picks lately. Guys, blowouts, costing our guys, foul trouble, just all kind of bull crap, but I feel a win coming. I appreciate you, Mark. Thank you for the $200 super chat, man. You're a legend. Mark's a long-time supporter, donates all the time. I ask him not to donate, but he still does. Yeah, he's a legend, man. Appreciate you, Mark. You think Evan Fournier will play well today? Dude, Evan Fournier has been the most, definition of a roller coaster. He has one good game a week, and then the other 7 days a week are shit, so could this be the game that Evan Fournier pops off? I guess it could be, but I don't have much confidence in Evan Fournier. Beasley or Quickly? I would probably still take Quickly. Packers getting out. I bet they try and screw him somehow with COVID stuff. Some will pay off city officials to enforce new law. I think the Packers are getting in, man. I think the Packers make the Super Bowl this year. I had Chiefs versus Rams with Chiefs winning. God, dude, I don't think the Rams are going to go into Tampa Bay and beat Tampa Bay this week, but we'll see. But I think, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, if Tampa Bay beats the Rams, Tampa Bay will have to go to Green Bay, because if Green Bay wins, Green Bay has home field advantage. So yeah, if they win, they're going to be home field this week and next week. It's tough to go into Lambeau, especially at this time of the year, and win. Edwards or Russell? Yeah, we kind of answered that earlier. I think it's a coin flip between those two. I slightly lean D'Angelo Russell, but not much of a strong take there. Did Klay Thompson score over 15 points tonight? I mean, he could. He's been chucking when he's gotten minutes. He's not playing a ton of minutes, but he's shooting the ball a lot when he's on the court. 18, 13, 11, 14 shot attempts. He hasn't been shooting the ball that well. But Klay's going to play 23, 24 minutes, probably take 15 shots. If he can get hot, yeah, he can easily get 15 points. It's tough betting on Klay right now just because the minutes are so low that you kind of need him to he has to do really well in those minutes. If Klay comes out struggling early on, it's tough for him to really get there because he's just not playing enough minutes. But if Klay comes out hot, yeah, he can easily get 15 points. I personally have not been betting on Klay's props outside of the first day he came back. His points prop was 11.5 that day. I took the over that day, but I haven't bet on Klay since then. I'm about to take this girl on dinner date with that $200. We'll see. Mark's a legend, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with that money. Probably just put it in the savings. I wish Mark wouldn't even give me his money. He needs to keep his damn money. Beasley, Hayes, or Kuminga total fantasy points? I mean, I think Kuminga probably... I mean, Beasley probably projects the best of those three, but I think Kuminga has the most upside, especially if the game blows out. Beasley or Quickly? I would still take Quickly. Vanderbilt or Trey Lyles? Give me Vanderbilt. Yeah, so who did Green Bay lose to last year? I forgot. I know Green Bay obviously didn't make it last year. They lose to Tampa Bay last year. I can't remember. It does feel like Green Bay every year is this is Green Bay's year and then they lose. It's so weird. But I really do feel like this is finally Green Bay's year to make the Super Bowl and hopefully win it. But I'm pretty sure they lost to Tampa Bay last year. Yeah. Russell, Barrett, or Cunningham total fantasy points? I mean, if you want just what the projections got, I'll tell you real quick, man. So Russell is projected for 35.6. Cade is projected for 34.3. And Barrett, I think he's projected the best, 34.4. So it's actually Russell's got the highest projection of those three. I'm going to refresh these projections with Kimba now play and see if anything crazy has changed. Let's see. So the projections I use have Kimba in for 27 minutes and 25 DK points. So yeah, Kimba's not going to project well today, but that's a guy you could definitely play in tournaments. I mean, Kimba can go for 40 and he's going to get no ownership. So I think Kimba's a good tournament play now, to be honest with you, on a 2-game slate. Let's see so Quickly's minutes projection before was 24 and now it's 19. Yeah, so Quickly got a minutes projection bump down, which was kind of expected. I still think Quickly's a pretty good value though, just because, especially on this slate, there's no value at all. Wiggins Bay Pool fantasy points. I think that's definitely Wiggins for sure. Wiggins projects the best there. Quickly or Hayes with Kemba starting. I would still lean Quickly over Hayes, but man, like it's definitely closer now. I think if you're looking for value like 4K and below, I mean those are probably two of your better options. Just to be honest with you. No, dude, I won 1,300,500. Power picks weekend, a few of my own, definitely some of yours, including one for 5K. Always pay it back and forward. I know, Mark, I appreciate you, man, but you don't, dude, because there's going to be definitely like losing days. I mean, we're going to have losing days for sure. So like every time you win, I don't want you to give me money because, you know, what about the losing days? You know, there's going to be plenty of those. It's a part of the game. You're going to lose plenty. You don't win every single day. Nobody wins every single day. That's why I say, yeah, I want you guys to keep your money when you win. But Mark, you're a legend, man. I always appreciate your support. Always appreciate the donations, but they're not necessary at all. All right, gonna answer this last question, and then we're gonna hop out of here. Barrett or Anthony Edwards? I mean, if you have the salary, I would just play Anthony Edwards because there's a big salary difference between those two. I would take Ed straight up. Just, you know, no salary involved. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. It's a little 2-game slate tonight. There wasn't too much to talk about, but we did have a lot of questions. You know, we went live for 30 minutes. Hopefully, I was able to answer all your guys' questions. Yeah, best of luck on this two-gamer, guys. We have a massive, massive slate tomorrow. I already looked. There are 13 games tomorrow, so going to be a crazy, crazy slate tomorrow. As always, I will be live an hour before lock. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions tomorrow, a lot to talk about with so many games on. Enjoy these 2 games tonight, and we'll be back with a big slate tomorrow. Best of luck, fellas. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.